You gotta love a good feel-good movie, am I right? What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm talking about my top 10 favorite feel-good movies. Now, these are movies that essentially I watch if I need a pick-me-up. They leave me with a smile on my face, they warm my heart, make me feel all of these emotions that make me feel good. They could also be called comfort movies to some. There's so many movies, this was one of the hardest lists I've had to make in quite some time. But before I give you guys my ranking, definitely head over to my good friend Trevor's channel, Film Geeks, as he is also doing a video to this, a companion video, where he gives his top 10 favorite feel-good movies. So feel free to head over there, check that video out, and compare and contrast our lists. Also, if you're new here, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so I don't miss out on any new videos. Hit the like button and comment down below your favorite feel-good movies. I would love to have a conversation with you guys in the comments. It's one of my favorite things to do. So a few honorable mentions that I have are going to be 22 Jump Street, Crazy Stupid Love, a great romantic comedy that I watched for the first time this year, and Holes, one of my favorite Disney movies from growing up. So coming in at number 10 for me is going to be 17 again. Now this movie stars Zac Efron, and honestly, he just embodies cool. His character, played by Matthew Perry as an adult, have to go back to being 17 years old, rekindle some relationships, and essentially coming of age again. I love the character of Ned. His relationship with Jan from The Office, we're gonna call her Jan from The Office because I don't know the actress name, is hilarious. I could see myself being like that years down the road. As you can see, I have some nerdy memorabilia behind me. I think Ned's a cool guy. But yeah, this is easily one of my favorite coming of age, but it's essentially feel-good movies because of how it just makes me feel so happy when I'm watching it, and that's what a good feel-good movie does. Coming in at number 9 for me is going to be 21 Jump Street. This is one of my go-to comedies, straight up. I think Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum have phenomenal chemistry. Rob Riggle as the gym teacher, hilarious. That man needs more comedic roles. This movie just makes me feel good. I watch it every single year with my friends or alone. I'll have a double feature of this and 22 Jump Street. By the way, 22, you're an honorable mention. I love you in my heart, you just didn't make the cut. But 21 is just such a feel-good movie because of how hilarious it is, but it's also heartfelt at the same exact time as you see Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill's characters, Jenko and Schmidt, at odds with each other, but then they come together in the end. It's a weird, like, brotherhood tale, if that makes any sense. I love me some 21 Jump Street. It never fails to put a smile on my face. Coming in at number 8 is going to be a Best Picture winner. Yes, I said that correctly. This movie won Best Picture at the Academy Awards, and that is Forrest Gump, one of my all-time favorite movies. I think I made a top 20 list. I don't know if it made the cut, but it's probably top 30 or 40 easily. It's one that if it's on TV, or if I'm with my parents and it's on TV, we always just throw it on and have it on the background. You go and you see Forrest Gump's life play out, and that's just the type of movie that I love. It never fails to make me feel good. You're gonna hear me say that almost every single time with these movies, I guarantee it, but it is a feel-good movie at heart. You cry when his relationship with Bubba and Lieutenant Dan happens. Certain scenes really draw the feels out of you with Jenny. You laugh hysterically as there's moments where he's playing football or just having a Forrest Gump moment, if you will.
From that day on, if I was going somewhere,
I was running. Coming in at number 7 for me is going to be one of my favorite comedies of all time, Step Brothers. I think this movie is pure hilarity. I could quote it for days. I actually quote it all the time with Trevor, who I do a companion with. Definitely head over to Film Geeks and subscribe and watch that video if you have not. The relationship between John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell works. They have perfect on-screen chemistry, and I do not think this movie could be replicated. It is one of the few perfect comedies, in my opinion, that clicks on all cylinders, and by the end, the Catalina wine mixer, for some weird reason, is not just hilarious, but uplifting, if that makes any sense. Literally, like, I'm getting chills thinking about that whole entire ending play out. It just works perfectly. If I ever need a pick-me-up, I'll throw on Step Brothers, I'll smile, and I'll have that escapism for like an hour and 46 minutes or however long it is. But I'll leave you with this. Coming in at number 6 for me is going to be Sky High. That's right. Next stop, Sky High. I actually did a watch along on my channel this year of Sky High, and I rewatched it twice last year. And without a doubt, this is one of the best coming of age movies. You get to see Will Stronghold as he's living his high school life, his relationship with the girl, his friends, the bully. It has all these stereotypes of the coming of age high school film. But by the end of it, you know, I have this huge smile on my face, and honestly, I'm getting chills thinking about it right now, but it feels like someone comes up and hugs me and like takes me back to my childhood, if that makes any sense. I'm thinking about how it plays the song I'll Melt With You or Melt With You over the credits, and the closing lines of the movie are brilliant. I want to go watch Sky High right now, but before I give you guys my top 5, definitely hit that like button and comment down below your favorite feel-good movies. Coming in at number 5 for me is going to be Dazed and Confused. Now, I made a coming-of-age video back in the summer, and I think this was my favorite coming-of-age movie. It just perfectly captures the high school feel. Now, I didn't grow up in the 1970s, but still, watching this group of kids hang out on the last day of summer, every single time that summer rolls around, I have to watch this movie because it just brings me back to those days where I would get out of school and be hanging out with my friends. Matthew McConaughey as Wooderson, arguably the coolest movie character ever. Days of Confused is just an awesome hangout movie. You just get good vibes from it. It makes you want to go hang out with your friends, drive around your car, listen to awesome music, and it's just a great pick-me-up movie. That's what all these movies do, is they make you feel good. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the only animated movie on this list, and that is Ratatouille. Perhaps Pixar's best movie. It's in my top 2. It goes back and forth between this and Toy Story 3 for the top spot. But Ratatouille is a movie about achieving your dreams and knowing that anything is possible. And the fact that they could capture that with a rat controlling a man's hair as he cooks says something about the quality of Pixar's movie making. I can't help but just feel so heartwarmed as Les Festines, a Pixar banger, plays over this movie. That song picks me up no matter what. I'll listen to it in my car. You can ask Cam, my girlfriend. I listen to Les Festines in the car and it comforts me. Same with the intro music to Monsters Inc., but that's a topic for another time. I'm just like sitting there watching the rat and I'm so captivated. I don't know why. And by the time the ending rolls around, anyone can cook, and you see what happens with Gusteau's restaurant, I'm just like, man, this movie is something else.
This is something else.
And I can't wait to go ride that ride at Epcot when it finally opens. Coming in at number 3 for me is going to be, if this didn't give it away or that didn't give it away, Back to the Future. 1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott. This movie rocks and everyone knows it. I think it's one of the few perfect movies ever made. It's just so much fun from start to finish. One of the best paced films I've ever seen. And the reason it makes the feel-good list is because it is a movie that if I'm feeling down or if I need escapism for anything, I will throw on Back to the Future, locked in from start to finish, and my gosh, it does not slow down once. Your mind is locked into the story of Marty McFly going back to the past, having to get back to the future with the help of Doc Brown. When the 5 perfect movies trend was going around on Twitter, this was often on people's lists. Without a doubt, this movie makes you feel good, and the soundtrack's bopping, the action's there, and it just works. It fires on all cylinders. I've said that so many times, but I love Back to the Future. Coming in at number 2 for me is going to be one of my favorite movies of all time, Good Will Hunting. Now, this is not essentially what people would consider a feel-good movie, maybe. It's a drama movie. It won some Oscars. It features a great performance by Robin Williams, rest in peace to a legend. But the core of this movie, and the reason I find it a feel-good movie, is it really motivates me to not have any regret in life. There's a lot of themes that are resonant in this movie, but regret is one of them. There's a fantastic scene between Robin Williams and Matt Damon when he's talking about the Red Sox game and how he was at the bar with the girl, and regret, and it's just like, you know what? You only get to live one life. It's just a matter of fact. So don't have any regret. Do what you want to do, pursue what you want to pursue, take the path less traveled. Don't have to fall in to societal norms and feel tied to one career path or one path in life, because do whatever makes you happy. And I just feel this movie, I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. It just holds a very special place in my heart, especially at the place in life that I am right now. The character of Will Hunting and how he's so conflicted inside with what he really wants to do in life. I mean, I resonate with that at this time. It makes me feel so happy at the end when Robin Williams sees the note and he says,
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
I'm about to cry thinking about it. This movie is so good. Please watch Good Will Hunting if you haven't seen it. I adore it. I'm talking about it right now. It makes me want to pop it in the Blu-ray right now. I mean, seriously. You can see the tears starting to slow my eyes. Good Will Hunting, the best feel-good movie perhaps. Just shy of my number 1, which is Remember the Titans, my favorite sports movie of all time. And this movie, I've talked about almost to nausea on the channel. Like, I literally gush about it whenever I can. The Coach Boone relationship with the players, as the African American and white football players have to come together and form a camaraderie, a brotherhood during the segregation time period and the civil rights. It's just so profound and powerful, especially the relationship between Gary Bertier and Julius when they really essentially become brothers. Rips my heart out thinking about it right now. But the football aspects, it lifts me up. I get so inspired when they're at training camp, and the soundtrack, one of my favorite of all time, and it's just bopping throughout the entire movie. You got another banger after another banger, and then you get another great scene, and then you get into the football games, and it fills the void of when football season's not around. I'll watch this movie and I'll get excited for football season. Remember the Titans is a perfect movie in my eyes, one of my favorites of all time, and easily my favorite sports movie, but it never fails to put a smile on my face and really motivate me, inspire me. It's one of the few movies I want to watch immediately when I finish it. I will always cherish it and remember that first time that I watched it. I will remember forever the night I watched this movie. So yeah, that's gonna do it for my top 10 favorite feel-good movies. Definitely head over to Trevor's channel, Film Geeks. Check out his list. You guys can compare ours and subscribe to his channel if you haven't. Let's get him to 1K soon, guys. Great friend of mine in the world, one of my best friends actually. Definitely just go show him some love. He deserves it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Film Stock channel. It would mean the world. I've got a ton of content planned. I've got a WandaVision watch along coming soon this Friday. Live stream with my friend Trevor Wednesday night. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for all the content coming soon. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.